Ready? I want to thank Thomas Cardwell, who serves as our campaign chair, and Jeffrey Tate, Sr., who serves as our treasurer, and to all of our persons who come to join us today, and my daughter Allie. I want to thank all of you for sharing in this moment with us. Today, I am declaring my candidacy for the April 3rd, 2012 election for the at-large seat on the Council of the District of Columbia. I come to this race fresh from fighting in the trenches of one of the district's advisory neighborhood commission politics, ANC 1B11. I know what the issues the citizens of our district have. Your issues are my issues as well. After all, I am a resident who lives in Ward 1. I conduct business here, and in one way or another, I'm affected by every injustice affecting you. I would say overall, we have a good system here for addressing the concerns of our citizens through the ANCs. I'm just increasingly convinced that in many cases, issues being brought to the ANCs and sent forward are not being taken seriously enough at the top levels of DC government. If you elect me, I'll be your voice at the top. If you want to reduce your frustration with our district, you have to elect me. Electing me is your key to having 24-hour access to influence 7 days a week thanks to modern technology. I can promise to give you access to the corridors of power, to having your voices heard, problems addressed, and hope restored. We all want better governance, more efficient, more responsive, more transparent governance. I think better governance is at our fingertips. The resources we have in the district are immense. We have many wonderful, talented, resourceful people working in our government. Many share our frustration as well as because they are not being given the tools to actually accomplish the mission for which they've been hired. My question is, how can we help them become more effective? How can we enable them to answer our calls for action? I believe I can provide more than a few answers if you elect me and put me in a position to actually make progress by dismantling our shared obstacles. For instance, we currently have in the district a paid long-term care ombudsman who services the elderly community in care facilities. Instead of sitting in our office waiting for cases to be filed, we're requiring that ombudsman to spend at least 1 day per year in each facility, randomly interviewing residents and staff, eating the food, experiencing what they experience, aid in ensuring that those facilities comply with our district laws protecting those elderly. Maybe we just need to be less reactive and more proactive. I have ideas about how to improve the employment situation in DC. For instance, I believe the Chamber of Commerce stands willing and able to train and develop a new generation of entrepreneurs who in turn will create the new businesses we need to add jobs to our district. After all, After all, jobs are going to continue to disappear in our district as the federal government increasingly trims its budget by reducing jobs. Howard University, my alma mater, once the largest single employer in D.C., has had to cut jobs as well as in the face of economic realities. Entrepreneurship is just one of the possible solutions I would put forth when elected to this office. Our parking problems continue to elude workable solutions to anyone's satisfaction. I will explore forming a task force of citizen volunteers to come up with recommendations for which I could then introduce legislation. You need to elect a person like me to this position because I stand ready, willing, and able to fight the fights for you. The battle I just want to simply get my name on the ballot is an example of my tenacity on my use of my own skills as well as those of a lawyer that assisted us in the process, and my knowledge of how politics are played in this city of ours. You need those skills to put to work on your behalf. I promise to put all my energy at your disposal in this common goal as we have, to improve the lives of all of us who live in this beautiful city. whether it's potholes or jobs, the elderly, and the education system. I have ideas for solutions. Elect me to be your voice, and let's get the ball rolling. Vote for me, E.Gail Holness, for at-large seat on the Washington, D.C. City Council. I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank all of you for participating. And I want to thank all of you for your vote for E.Gail Holness. Thank you very much. God bless the District of Columbia.
Talking like an incumbent. Thank you all for your support. No, me ain't got my support yet. I'm tired.
Thank you, sir.